but it all culminates and sets up to Arn a Lumberjack match for the rematch on WCW main event. Lumberjack match. Where do you stand on the idea, the stipulation of a Lumberjack match? Are you a fan of those matches?
Not really. Not really. I think if it becomes too much about the people on the floor, which their job is only to throw the participant back in the ring, and that's it. A lot of guys get wound up and decide they want to take it to the next level, and they're wanting to get a kick in or a punch in, or now it becomes a different story. So I never was a guy that just thought that was a great scenario. Really, really, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think their thought at this point was, hey, let's give Bat a shot because the stud stable continues to interfere in some of the matches here. And so that was, I guess, the logic behind it. But listen to this. The Lumberjack match itself that you had with them, it lasts 4 minutes and 29 seconds. And they decide to air it on TV instead of the Super Brawl pay-per-view. So that was kind of interesting, too, to have it kind of the night before instead of saving it for a pay-per-view. I'm not sure why you would make the decision to have your TV title on live TV versus not saving it for the next night on a pay-per-view.
Not my decision.
Yeah. If you were booking it and you had a television title, a mid-card title, I mean, I would think you'd probably want to save it for at least the Sunday night event, opening card match. I don't know.
Well, I don't know that it's pay-per-view worthy, to be honest with you. How many times can you roll out and get thrown back in?
True. With that stipulation, good point.
With that step, that's maybe not for the best thing to help build the show, pay-per-view. You know, you can only do that so many times, and then it just starts to look the same, like the previous 3 times you got thrown back in.
You know what they decided on instead to climax this feud? At the uncensored pay-per-view, they had an unsanctioned boxer versus wrestler match. Remember that one?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. I also recall getting a trash can thrown over my head by his manager. And Johnny B. Bad then proceeded to light that trash can up with me in it. You know, this guy was a Golden Gloves boxer.
That's right.
For a shoot.
Yeah. New York Golden Gloves boxer yeah.
So if it wasn't, you know, if he chose not to not kill you and just left it in there pretty good, you knew the guy was,
yeah.
Know what I mean?
Throwing him in.
And we tried to make that entertaining, boxer versus wrestler, because he had on gloves, right?
Yeah, and we'll cover that one more when we get to that month. But I want to ask you and Mark at this point, you and Johnny B. Bad, were you guys, what was your relationship like behind the scenes?
Great. You know, I mean, the guy looked like $1 million. Good God, he was tanned, handsome, good physique. I mean, when he walked in the room, his gear was immaculate for that character. He walked in the room, you went, that guy's a star.